Welcome back guys to the Man United Daily YouTube channel, and in this video I'll give you guys an update of what I've been doing, also of just my general opinion around the club since I've been away. So first of all, I just want to update you guys that I am now back from holiday. If you guys didn't get that from the last video, I was in Turkey for the past 2 weeks. I missed a lot of of action for the first two games in the Premier League, and also I just got back the other night to watch the MK Dons game, which wasn't, I guess everyone know what the result is now. So it's been a bit of a strange one, because you do unplug yourself from the internet and you're not always bombarded by the overload of information every day. So it's been a nice break in that regard, but I'm back and refreshed to be starting again to give you guys a report and cover United fully. And obviously the biggest news today, and yesterday as well, was the signing of Angel Di Maria for £59.7 million, just to round up, we'll say £60 million. So it is a British transfer record. Obviously it's a lot of money for a player who no doubt is exceptional, and I don't really care, and I don't think a lot of you guys should either, about the amount that we are spending, because we are playing a lot of catch up now compared to our rivals, both domestically and also in Europe, because they've invested a lot of money in the past few seasons, whereas Sir Alex in the past few years has relied on unearthed gems, and also relying and really can support the core of group that he already inherited from previous seasons. So that it was a slightly downside of Sir Alex's reign towards the end, where he had his trusted lieutenants and wasn't prepared to break the records to sign players, and that's where I think it's now being caught up, and we have to act really in a big way, because we are out of Europe. So we're going to be held ransom by these clubs, because they know immediately that we are very desperate for players to inject that needed quality into our side, because it's been sorely lacking in the first few games. And it was highlighted in that MK Dons game, where we played a lot of fringe and out young players, but still there wasn't that spark in that team, because even that team we should have had a victory, in my opinion, as was the first two games, but we didn't have that spark, and our pace was really lethargic. Players like Ashley Young and Tom Cleverley, I think, even though they had a decent pre-season, now just showing their old ways. Young especially, because in pre-season he was prepared to run, made intelligent runs, made intelligent passes, but now all he's doing is revert to type, cutting back on his right foot and always cutting the square pass. In this system, the wing backs are so important, because they provide that penetration on the outside and prepared to run behind the fences. That's why I think the loss of Luke Shaw is really felt at this minute in time, because Ashley Young is not an adequate replacement for that, and Reece James, as good as he was on pre-season, he's not in the same caliber as Luke Shaw. So Shaw was sorely missed at the moment, and hopefully can come back within the next few weeks to really give us that thrust down that left hand side, to provide more penetration and more effectiveness in this system. Today Di Maria was unveiled officially unveiled in a press conference, wearing the number 7. So I don't think that was a surprise, because for that amount of money he's a type player as well who is perfectly fitted for that number 7 shirt. Going out the door, Lou Van Gaal in that same press conference said that he expects a few players to go out, but also opened the possibility of coming in. So there can be a lot more happenings at United before that Monday deadline. 1 or 2 or on the verge of completion today. Wilf Zaha's gone back to Crystal Palace on a season-long loan, with a view for a permanent move if they stay up for £10 million next year. So that is a good move for him, because Wilf Zaha is a bit stuttering at United, as you guys know. It's a bit surprising, because he was definitely the outstanding player from last year's tour, but never really kicked on from there. So it's a good move for him and his career. Tom Cleverley also seems to be on his way out, with Aston Villa reportedly making an million pound bid, and that has been accepted, and that's what Sky Sports are reporting right now. So it's an interesting few days for United. Louis van Gaal stated that he was quite surprised by the job that he has to build, because he felt that the club would be a bit more stable, and the selection of the squad would be a bit better quality. So he's now, getting down to the nitty gritty, because he realizes how big of a challenge he has to, do in order to turn United around. And I still maintain that he's definitely the right man for the job, because if you sound like look at his record, always in the first few months it is a bit rough, but when you listen to him, you know that we are in safe hands, and I fully 100% committed behind him, as so as you guys, who no matter what or who is the United manager, we always should support them. And in Louis van Gaal, I think we've got a very, very good manager, and he, in time, if we give him that time, and it looks like we will now with his philosophy, I do think he will lay the groundwork for the next 10-15 years to come. Because if you look at the Barca side, that has the generation that has just gone, and also the Bayern Munich team of now, you see the influence of Louis van Gaal in both of those sides, and I think it shouldn't be underestimated of how much or important he is in the foreseeable future of the club. And if he is staying for the whole of his contract of 3 years, even extended to perhaps even 4 or 5, then we can see the fruit of his work in the long term. So we all have to stay patient. Obviously, crashing out of the Capital One Cup was not planned. I think he wants a good cup run in order to bring confidence and even potentially a trophy. But I think the top 4 will be the prime objective this season, as well as perhaps a decent cup run in FA Cup now. So I think there's still a lot of things to be excited about this season. Obviously, it hasn't been to the greatest of starts, but in the next few days, a lot of transfers and a lot of outgoings will be happening at Old Trafford. So I think you guys can keep an eye on it on the channel, and I'll try to keep you guys updated as much as I can, and hopefully we'll get a win on Saturday against Burnley, hopefully with Di Maria making his debut. Marcos Rojo is still getting his work permit, while as Louis van Gaal confirmed that Kagawa and Herrera still out, with now the injury tally is up to 10, so that's another factor that people have to take into account with this poor start to this season. But I'm looking forward to the future. I think with Di Maria, we have made a statement. Obviously, a lot of money, so I'm sure he'll deliver his goods, and I'm quite excited still for the new season. Obviously, it hasn't been a good start, but you have to believe in the boss, in the players, and together we'll definitely make have a very good season. That wraps up another video here on the Man United Daily YouTube channel. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment below on any of the stories mentioned, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And also, if you want to keep to be updated with the latest videos, please subscribe to the channel for more content. You can check me out as well on Twitter at Man United Daily, or visit the website at manuniteddaily.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.